Good morning.
What's up, man?
It's an early morning.
We'll be tilefish there, and then hopefully we can move over to the shallower snowy grounds as well. That's the goal. So we'll see how calm it is. But we got the electric reels ready to go. We cut bait for like 3 hours yesterday. We've got every bait imaginable from bonita, Boston, and squid, and I think we've caught. There's literally every live bait that Destin's known for is in that well. Every single species.
It's only about 5 a.m. so we're gonna wait for the sun to come up, and once that sun comes up, we'll put high-speed lures out. Hopefully snag a wahoo or two on the way out. 6:40 a.m. First bite, sunrise is at 6:22. We got the first one coming up. All right, here you go. Watch it skip.
So we just got to our spot here. We're about 65 miles due south of Destin, Florida. There's a well-known area called the Spur, and we're just shy of that, fishing over some of this mud bottom for tilefish. Sweet, got him on. That was quick. We just got here. We're in 1,000 foot of water, a little over 1,000 foot of water, and this is a blast to me because we don't do this very often, and you just kind of never know what you're gonna catch.
Nice, that's a good start.
Hey, yeah,
That's a good one. Oh yeah, that's a good second. No way. Oh yeah! Yeah, boy. So this is a beautiful Gulf of Mexico golden tilefish. And you know what's crazy about that fish like this? Scientists believe they can live up to 50 years old. So this fish might be older than us.
one of the cool things about like the end of season for us is we have this this month-long tournament, and it runs from October 1st to the 31st, and it's just it's a great way to end the season. So what we're doing today is we're fishing in the deep drop division. Tilefish, snowy grouper, yellow edge, barrelfish. We think we've got a really nice contender just now. We caught a really nice golden tilefish. So we're gonna venture on and do some snowy grouper fishing.
We started out at about 1,000 feet of water. We were chasing tilefish. We're now probably 20 miles closer to land. And because we're closer, we're now shooting for big groupers and mingos, maybe even some long-tailed sea bass, hopefully. But we're not sure. We're not sure what we're gonna get. But Reese is tight as tight can be right now.
500 foot of water. I just hit the bottom. Got tapped in probably 10 seconds. Going nuts. You can see the rod just bouncing off me.
Leveled up!
That's
Yeah.
Snapped the whole rig off. Right below the fish, which is weird.
I think there's another one on there.
I think I was double.
Oh yeah, good one. Nice one, guys. Good one.
go. We got Tim flagged up. Kenny Mitchell. Kenny Mitchell right next to the bait. Give me a gap. Oh, shit. Forward. Forward. Kenny Mitchell left way. Oh, that's my first, baby. Yeah. Mitchell.
Dude, reach the trolley.
Dude, floated that 5 pounds of lead.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had 3 on.
Yeah.
You had 3.
Yeah. Is that a category in the radio? Yeah, that'll be the winner. That's a stud.
The snowy I pulled in was on this hook. The rest of the rig, we probably had, what, 4 or 5 hooks below this, and it snapped off maybe 100 foot underneath the boat, if that. These 2 groupers were still hooked up. I had 3 on total, and we caught them swimming at the side of the boat. We just pulled up on them and gaffed them, put them in the boat. So we had 3 on total, ended up with all 3 in the boat. Just those 2 came a little later.
Kenny Mitchell is the coolest grouper you can catch, in my opinion. Really rare grouper, catch them deep dropping. See a lot of them, guys catch them out of Tampa on Pulley Ridge and all that, but catching one out of Destin's pretty remarkable.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're out here doing a little bit of deep dropping. That's what they look like when they come up. They get all aired up. Eyes pop out of them like that. We're bringing them up from such deep depths.
So the reason why we're moving spots, like that was a really productive spot. The problem is that those grouper are very slow growing species. If you pull 2 or 3 off of that spot, they're gonna be slow to repopulate that spot. So you only wanna pull a handful off, move to the next one, pull a handful off, move to the next one, just so you don't burn a spot, that the groupers stay there, and the little one can grow into big one.
Right. First drop on the new spot, pulled up, got tight, stalled us up right at the bottom. We'll see what she does coming up slope.
Big double.
Big double.
Dang, Joe.
These marks, so a lot of times there's rocks and stuff down there. These fish try and get back in the rocks. This could either be from another fish he's fighting over the bait with, or he's trying to get back in those rocks and banging up against them. What up? Hell yeah, Steve-O. Yellowhead. Pretty work. Up on his boat. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, Snowy.
Nice work.
Alright, we were reeling up our last deep drop. Micah just pulled in a real nice snowy to cap off the day. We've got more than enough fish. We're about to go troll home, high speed for some wahoos, and go weigh in some fish. Alright, what's up guys? We just got back over to the Destin Harbor. We're about to pull into AJ's over here for the Destin Rodeo, month-long tournament of October. We got some real nice snowies that we're about to weigh. Stud tilefish right there. And then the star of the show for us tonight has to be this Kenny Mitchell that we're about to pull out. But very few of them are weighed in the rodeo every year. So having one that size, that's almost a guaranteed win. So knock on wood, we'll catch you soon.
Time is 5:26. Fish weighs 24.2. Kitty Mitchell,
Ready.
charter.
All right, let's get a picture, guys.
So we just got off the boat. We have a pile of groupers, a couple tilefish to clean, And Gnarly Harley, one of the famous Goyutaku artists, is gonna come make a fish print of the Kitty Mitchell. Clean the fish off. He'll put some paint on it. So right now we're just getting all the fish off so we can put them on the board and take a really cool picture.
Such a beautiful fish.
It's like their fins right here are like real thick, and they're kind of meaty right here. You see that with like yellow edges and snowy groupers too, but not like on gags. Gags don't get this kind of dorsal fin or that meatiness to them. Don't came out good.
Wow. Man, we're finishing up, cleaning up all of our fish. I know Carter right here, I think you're using what, a 9-inch flexi?
Yep.
Yeah, so Carter likes a 9-inch flexi for these bigger groupers and bigger tilefish, but what would be your snapper knife, Carter?
The good 7-inch.
The 7, yeah. Do you
It's
like
hard
the
to
flex or the medium?
The medium works great.
You like the medium?
Yeah.
So we're back at the house, and I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite dishes, which is grouper ceviche. Now ceviche is fish, it's raw fish, but it's been cooked in real lime juice. And I emphasize the real lime juice because you can't use lime juice out of the bottle, as the acidity in the lime juice is what actually cooks the fish itself. So in this specific situation, I've got all the ingredients here already prepped. You'll see chopped up pineapple, mango, red onions. You'll also see some green onion, cilantro, as well as a chopped up grouper. You can kind of see how finely I chopped that up. And the first thing you want to do is if it's fresh and it's not from the grocery store, I'm talking like fresh from the Gulf of Mexico, you want to take all that grouper, and this is the juice of 10 limes that have been squeezed. What I'll do is I'll just take that grouper and I'll add it to the lime juice, and you just give it a good shake up, just so that all that grouper starts to go to the bottom and like evens out. And then my personal preference in here is I like to add a little bit of flavor to my ceviche early on. If you love sriracha, take some sriracha, and depending on the spice level that you are okay with, add the sriracha to this little mixture, but don't worry too much about it being too much, because you're gonna end up straining the liquid out of the ceviche. And I also will add soy sauce to the mixture. That just adds a bit of saltiness to it. So I'm gonna mix up this grouper, and you can already see in here the grouper started to take on a different color, because that lime juice is starting to cook the grouper itself. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this concoction right here, and we're gonna put it in the fridge for at least 15 minutes, because it needs 15 minutes to cook all of the bacteria and bad stuff that might be on the outside of the grouper. So while we wait for our fish in here to marinate in that lime juice and get cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and start making the concoction for that will go in and accumulate basically the ceviche. Now this ceviche is not gonna be super spicy. It's gonna be more fruity, more tropical. It's not necessarily gonna be your Mexican salsa. It's gonna be more like your Bohemian conch dip. So I start off with some purple onion. This has been chopped finely. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put 5 heaping, maybe 4. I kind of eyeball it. The onion in there, onion at the base. It's just something that really sits well with the grouper. This is a couple slices of mango. I'm gonna go ahead and add all the mango slices into there. And then this is also a couple pieces of pineapple. Probably not gonna add as much to it. This is one whole jalapeno. And then the final kicker here is gonna be the cilantro. Now I'm just gonna use my fingers just so I don't dirty up this bowl. But take about one bunch of it like that and put the cilantro in. You're gonna mix this up, and you might notice, you might be like, wow, that looks like some really dry salsa. Well, what's gonna happen is, once we drain out the lime juice from the fish and add the fish to here, it's gonna still have some juice inside of it, and as well as we're gonna take one of these oranges, and that's how we're gonna squeeze it on top to finish it all off. The grouper's been sitting in the fridge for about 15 minutes. And I just want to re-emphasize, you can only do 15 minutes if it is fresh fish. If you are using something from the grocery store, you would want to make sure that the fish has been in there for at least 24 hours. But I prefer, as long as you've been in there for 15 minutes, we're going to drain it out. But it's going to continue to cook as it gets into here. So you're going to bring it over here. You want to drain the original juice out. Once it starts slowing down, you can pull it back. So you see how much of that juice that I just drained out of there? Just add it to the bowl. Mix it up. And you can actually see that the fish took on a different color already. And if you have a fish that's not totally fresh, you can you'll actually see it turn a bright white after 24 hours. But because this fish is very fresh, it doesn't really matter too much. As far as you got to kill the bacteria that's on the outside of the fish. Final thing I like to do once I've stirred it all up, and then you can see it's all good and mixed in there, is I like to take a half of an orange. I top the entire ceviche with fresh orange juice. And there you have it. So that's fresh snowy grouper ceviche straight from the Gulf of Mexico. We got a chance to fish with Captain Preston Muller of Gulf Angler Charters. You guys are looking to come down here to do some deep water species and even a chance of catching an exotic Kitty Mitchell, give Captain Preston a shout. He'll get you hooked up right.